Welcome back to KikiBot. Today we are going to be making a book cover for our book. I have here a hardcover Magic Treehouse. This works with textbooks, softcover books, pretty much any book you have. So you will need a book, a large piece of paper. This is a scrap from an old bulletin board, scissors, a pencil, and probably some tape. So we're going to begin by laying out our nice big piece of paper and taking our book. You want to lay your book about in the center and make it open. Now we're going to take some measurements. I'm going to make a little line here at the edge of the cover, trace the top, make another line here at the edge for both sides, and trace the bottom. So I have a shape that is two open lines. Pencil's a little hard to see for this project, but you'll be able to see it yourself. Now I'm going to close my book and measure out the spine on one side, flip my book over, and measure out the spine on the other side. Make sure that looks good. Yeah, it does. When covering a book, you have to be careful because it's not flat like a folder and it has a little bit of space here on the spine. So we want to make sure that we are taking into account the fact that our book has a spine. So I'm going to trace the spine line here in the middle, and then I'm actually going to add about ½ an inch on the sides of where I traced this part of the cover so that I have a little bit more room to make a fold. There we go. We're going to leave the extra paper on for right now. Lay the book open right along the spine and fold in to our front cover and make a nice crease. Now we're going to close our book, open up the back cover, and do the same here, but instead of making a crease, we're going to go ahead and walk that over a little bit, and you can see how far off that is from our line. Once we have it nice and flat here on the spine, then we're going to make our crease. Otherwise, there's not quite enough paper to go all the way around because of our spine. Now I'm going to remind myself of where my spine is just by taking my nail and making an indent. There we go. We're almost done. Now when you open your book, you have both sides covered. Now we got to deal with the top. So for our top, there's a couple of ways we can do it, but the way I'm going to do it is to close my book, pick it up, take my scissors, and cut about an inch from my book. If my scissors will cooperate, all the way down. That way I have a little bit of extra so I can fold over and tape to the inside of the book, but I don't want to tape it to the pages or to the cover. There we go. We've got some extra here, extra here. When we open it up, it looks like this. Now, if you're going to decorate this, it's probably not a good idea to use markers right on top of the book because that could bleed through onto your cover. And part of this project not only is making a cool custom book, but also protecting the book inside. So if you're going to cover it, go ahead and take it off. Make sure you remind yourself which side is the top and which side is the bottom. Slide him off, flip him over, and decorate your front, back, and sides, insides if you want to. You can even draw along the spine and write the title of the book along the spine. So when you're ready to put it on your book, flip it back over so your bottom side is up and your nice artwork is down. Lay your book out flat again along your creases, snug them up tight on one side, open the back cover, leave that part loose, and it fits perfect. Alright, we're going to do the front cover first. So you lay him out, snug him up good, and then we're going to need our scissors. We're going to come up here and cut just a little into that top cover, not too far, and then we're going to fold down. You can leave it messy if you want. You can trim it and make it prettier. It's up to you. If you're letting your kiddos do this by themselves, I would say let them do it however they like. Now we're going to take a piece of tape and we're going to secure that down. Any steel can come out. All you have to do is remove the tape. We're going to do the same on the bottom. Cut in towards the spine. Grab our new edge that we can fold. Make sure everything's nice and tight so it doesn't flap around. Fold him up and add another piece of tape. You can use all kinds of tape for this. I'm just using Scotch because it's what I have, but you could use a washi tape or even a painter's tape or masking tape that can be removed easily without ruining your artwork. Now we're going to go ahead and fold our front cover. Look how nice he's looking. We're going to open the back cover and do the same thing here. So for this, I'm going to slide my paper forward a little bit until it hits the edge of the book. Then I'm going to come in with my scissors, cut again to my spine on both sides, which gives me my lip to fold over. Come on, you. And you may need to walk him back a little further, like I'm having to do. Oops, it looks like I cut in not quite far enough. So I'm going to come back, do another little trim. It's a little hard to do the back cover because of the spine. So I'm finding it's easier to close him a little bit. Then you can really see where the edge of that book is coming. There we go. Now I can fold him down, grab my tape, and secure. Going to do the same over here and start by cutting it a little bit further since now I know that he's going to be silly about that back cover. Slide him up, fold us down, make that a little neater. There we go. Put a piece of tape, and he's secure. Now all we need to do is trim off our weird little guy right here, which probably would be easier to do by opening the book and trimming along that trace line we first made. Boop. There's one side, and there's the other side. Now we have a nice book cover that we can use for textbooks, for any of our wonderful reading books, even library books if you don't want them to get hurt while they're hanging out at home. This is a great way to make your own journal and sketchbook covers too. Make sure you decorate it. You can do a picture from the book on the front with the title, even draw the title on the spine, and write a summary of the book on the back. That way you'll always remember what your book is. Thank you guys so much. I have been Geeky Bet, and this is DIY Book Cover.